Hey, what's up, guys? You're here with Goran, Kirk, and Jack from PickDawgz. Thank you for joining us. We have a busy Tuesday ahead, guys. We have, I believe, four games in the EPL, four games in Bundesliga, a couple of games in Serie as well. So it's going to be an exciting day. And we are slowly heating up for those midweek games because the Champions League is back next week, Europa League is back next week. So stay tuned for that, guys. Subscribe, hit that like button, and as usual, feel free to leave us a comment. Now let's kick it off, guys. EPL on Tuesday, Brentford and Manchester City is the first game that we have to talk about. And if I'm being honest, there's just no way in hell I'm siding with Brentford right now. They have only one win in their last seven games, while Manchester City seem to be back on their winning track with three nice wins in a row, Jack. So I'm going to go all out here on City. I'm taking City to win and over 2.5 goals, plus 110. But what do you have?
Yeah, sticking with Brentford scoring early in games. That there hasn't been as good as what it was at the start of the season. They've now had two losses at home. But I think both teams can score in the first half here. You got Harden scoring again last week. Brentford, as I said, always like to score in the first half. So both teams to score in the first half at plus 250, I think is a great price in this game.
Yeah, and not only Brentford is in a bad form, Kurt, they also have like eight injured players. We all know that can change by the game time, but right now they're missing a few key players as well. Still have a lot of offense, definitely one of the best home teams in the league. But I just think that City is the better team right now, overall in better form. And if anybody can outscore Brentford, I think it's City.
Yeah, I mean, you know my opinion on Brentford. They suck. Brentford and Brighton are the two teams I'll never back in this league unless they play each other. Then I'll back the draw. I'm on City money line at minus 165. Pretty solid price here, honestly. They should be minus 400. Brentford are terrible.
Well, maybe not minus 400, but I think around minus 250 at least. City should be that favorites. But moving on to the next one, Chelsea and Bournemouth. Kirk, Chelsea minus 182 at home. I think if you look at this game, maybe a month and a half ago, Chelsea would probably be minus 250 favorites at home. But right now, their form has been very, very bad. They've lost a few games in a row. They lost some points as well. Well, Bournemouth is actually quite a solid team, and I think they have a good chance in this game.
Yeah, Bournemouth hasn't lost in their last 5 games. Chelsea has lost 2 of their last 3 games. Hasn't won a game in their last 4 games. I don't think this is the get right spot here for Chelsea personally. I think this is a tough game. Bournemouth is pushing top six, top five, maybe even top four. If they get a win out of this game, they're tied with points with Chelsea in this game. So this is a pretty big game for both teams. I think the most likely result here is a draw, but Chelsea have been all over the place and have been losing some games we didn't expect. So I'm on Bournemouth double chance here at plus money. I mean, it's hard for me not to be there.
I like it, this one, Jack.
Yeah, for me, this one's either really low scoring or it's a Chelsea goal fest. That Bournemouth aren't going to score that many goals in this game because they don't have their star striker Evan Nilsson. He's out with a foot injury. We've not really been told how long he's out for, but he's certainly not playing this game, and he's been a crucial part of their offense this season for Bournemouth. So, yeah, with that being said, for me, it's only Chelsea a draw here. And that's if Bournemouth can stop Chelsea scoring and scrape a 0-0 out of this game. So, yeah, Chelsea's the play for me. I just think Chelsea will eventually just score late. I could see first half like 0-0 being an option 100%, depending on the price, obviously. But Chelsea money line is the play for me here.
Yeah, not only Bournemouth is missing Evan Nilsson, they're missing a few other players as well. Araujo is out, Kepa is out, so I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but he's listed as injured right now, so he might not be on goal. The Sinistera is listed as injured, Tavernier as well, Adam Smith as well. I mean, they are really missing few key players who would be in the starting lineup. But then again, I'm still not convinced in this Chelsea team right now. Their defense is sloppy. They can score goals, absolutely, but they really can't defend. So for my pick in this one, I'm taking Bournemouth over 4.5 shots on target at plus 123. I think it's going to be either four or it's going to be five for them. So I don't know. might need to move the line to over 3.5, but then again, I think the price is around minus 170 or something like that. So if you're happy with that, guys, move the line back and take the lower line. Now, West Ham and Fulham is the next one. Last week, West Ham fired their coach, so Lopetegui is no longer the head coach of West Ham. I'm not sure if they confirmed anyone just yet. But right now, I mean, the players have a chance to do something and maybe wait for the new coach in the better form that they are right now. But Fulham is a solid team, Jack, and this is going to be a tough game.
It is. West Ham also probably playing their best football this season right now. Even though they're on a 3-loss streak, I don't think they've been terrible in the losses, to be honest. Up until they conceded the first goal against Liverpool, they were doing pretty fine. Same goes for the City game. They were doing pretty well. Despite the own goal, you thought maybe they could have clawed a goal back, and then Haaland scores on the brink of half-time. So yeah, the three losses is a concern, I guess, but when you look deep into it, not so much. Close game for me. I think the only value I found really in this game is looking at the corners, because both of these teams don't really play for corners that much, play quite narrow football, slow pace. They don't really tend to get that many shots on goal, which usually leads to getting not that many corners. So under 10.5 corners at even money. I was expecting this to be 9.5, to be honest. So we're getting that extra corner. I'm taking it.
Actually see now that West Ham appointed Graham Potter as their new head coach. That must have happened like yesterday or the day before, something like that. He had a good spell at Brighton, then pooped his pants at Chelsea and went flying pretty soon after that. We'll see what he can do in West Ham, but I think that West Ham has to step up defensively first and foremost to get their form up. And with that in mind, I do expect some cards in this one. So I'm taking over 4.5 cards at plus 107. I don't think that's high of a line, too high of a line for this match. And it's still plus money. So I'll be writing the cards in this one. Now, off to the Italian Serie A, guys. Como
Wow.
and Milan.
I don't even get to say my pick.
Oh, didn't you say it?
I don't
It was
even get
just
to
Jack
say.
talking for so long. So,
I
Yep.
didn't even
God
talk that
damn it,
long.
Jack. Go ahead, Kirk. I apologize.
Anyways, I hate this game, so I guess you can skip me. I guess that's what you knew. I don't like this game. I'm gonna go with goals here. Both teams to score in over 2.5. Pretty decent price. Probably my least favorite pick on the slate today, as it really could go any way. We could see like a 1-0 Fulham. We really don't know when you have a new coach, really what's gonna happen, how he's gonna tactically line up his players and everything. But I'm gonna go with goals in this one because I don't trust West Ham's defense at all.
Okay, now we can move on to Serie A and Como and Milan matchup. Go ahead, Kirk. You go first now. I won't skip you this time.
Um, yeah, this is probably everyone that knows me and watches our show probably thinks I'm on Como double chance in this one. But I'm on Milan. The price here is just too good to press up. Milan didn't win their last game, and I don't see them dropping 2 games in a row with not a win. This is a perfect bounce back spot for Milan. I don't need to think too deep into this one. Even if this one doesn't hit, I would still take it 10 times out of 10 times at this price.
Yeah, I agree. The exact same reasoning that you have. The price of Milan is simply too good to pass it up. I'm taking Milan on the money line as well. Minus 105 for me. They got a 1-1 draw in their last game over the weekend, and Como got a few very good results as of late. But I think this is a very good spot for Milan as well. Jack.
Yeah, this is the game I hate the most on this slate. This game seems so public, it actually hurts my brain. I feel like everyone, their dog, their sister, is
You
on
sound like
Milan.
me.
Yeah, it is true. Like Milan at minus 106 against Como, who have won like barely any games this season. Yeah, something's fishy. Something's up here. I actually don't mind the plus 1.5 on Como in this game, only because the trend for this game that I like to give out on every other game or so. None of Milan's 8 road games this season have been decided by more than a goal margin. So I guess that leans to the way of +1.5 for Como here. But I don't know the price, so I can't give you it. But that
Plus one
money
and a
line,
half is probably like plus or minus 250 in all honesty.
yeah, probably. It's probably not great. But Milan money line, I'm going to go right into the public trap here. And
I don't think it's a
team up with you
trap.
guys.
I don't think it's a trap.
Como +1.5 is -300.
Yeah.
Yeah, would not take that then, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Anyways, we are all on Milan in this one, and now we have three games in Bundesliga. First one between Kiel and Dortmund. Dortmund suffered a loss at home. I think it was their first loss at home of the season in Bundesliga to Leverkusen. They've conceded like 3 goals quite quickly in the first half. They almost got back into it. They had a solid game after that. But I was watching that game, and their midfield and their defense were basically non-existent when Leverkusen scored those 3 goals. But this is a very good spot for them to bounce back and get a nice win against the team that's not doing that well this season.
I honestly hate the spot for them. I hate the spot for them. I would not be shocked if this is like a 3-3 draw. If you want my POW pick, it's a 3-3 draw in this game. Um anyways, I'm on goals here. Dortmund on the road have just been conceding like crazy. I mean, they conceded 2 to Bochum, another bottom tier side earlier in the season in Bochum. Kiel, they can score. Their problem is they just get down 3-2-0 very early in pretty much every game. I mean, they almost came back against Freiburg after being down 3-0. They were down 2-0 to Leverkusen, came back and tied that 2-2. I mean, this team, they just don't play for the first 45 minutes. But Dortmund on the road is not a team I trust either at all. I'm on over 1.5 goals here in the first half as Kiel. They'll probably concede 1, but Dortmund, I think they could be asleep as well. So over 1.5 in the first half of +108 for me.
I mean, Dortmund is averaging 2 conceded goals per game when playing on the road, so I definitely see your reasoning about this one. I just think that, I mean, they did get the win on the road, the first win on the road of the season, just before the winter break against Wolfsburg. It was 3-1 for them. And despite all the injuries they have, and they do have a lot of injuries. Sule is listed as injured, Pascal Gross, Ben Sebaini, Emre Can, Bayer as well, and Nico Schlotterbeck. They're all sick, not injured. It says that they are sick. Now, I don't know if that's going to change until the game time or not, but I simply think that they can outscore Kiel in this game, if nothing else, if they can't really defend. So for my pick, I'm going to go with Dortmund -1 at -132. And as I'm saying this, Jack, I'm thinking, is this even worth taking or just skip this game if you're not comfortable with it?
Yeah, it's certainly not the nicest game to take a pick from because you just don't know what Dortmund's going to show up. I think that's been the story of Dortmund road games this season. That I'm going with the under here, under 3.5. Dortmund have not been scoring a lot of goals on the road, only 8 goals in 7 games. And as Kirk said, this is a big pressure make or break spot for Dortmund. If they lose this game, this completely implodes their whole team this season. They're already having a bad season. If they lose to Kiel now, geez, they're not even going to finish top 6, top 7 at a stretch. I'm going under 3.5 here. The records for both teams: Kiel at home against the over 3.5 is 3 wins, 5 losses. So 5-3 in favor of the under 3.5. And then Dortmund against the 3.5 on the road is 4 under 3 overs. So yeah, going with the under here.
Jack, I'll give you even money on the under. If you want
I'll
to put
take it.
$30, this game's going
Yeah,
over.
we can 30 bucket. This game isn't
Under
going over.
3.5 or under 2.5?
3. I'm not taking over 2.5.
I would
Yeah.
I would do even odds at under 5.5. This game has 6 goals easy.
You're cooked. No, I wouldn't do that.
All right, let's do under 3.5. I got over 3.5.
See, that's an honest man right there. I could have said, okay, let's do 5.5. No, I'm not going to give you that stupid price. I'm already getting a good price off you, to be fair. So under 3.5, you could shake my
Good
hand.
price in a casual price. But I know the Bundesliga. This game is going to be 3-3. It's going to be a 3-3 draw or a 4-3 win either way.
Okay, listen, I'll give you even better then. If this game finishes 3-3, I'll triple your 30 to 90. So you've got that little like side bet on the side as well.
All right, fine.
I'm getting nothing from that.
I-
I'm just
I'll
saying if
make
this game
another
finishes
side bet. If it
Go on, then.
goes under 1.5, because I'll give you
I mean, it's
90.
never happening. Okay, fine. All right.
All right.
Jesus Christ. All right, then. That's a lot of money now involved, guys. So stay tuned in the comments about this game specifically. Now, Kirk, Eintracht and Freiburg. Eintracht coming off of a narrow win. Freiburg coming off of a narrow win, even though it should have been a lot more casual. And they actually ruined my premium pick because I had them on minus one and a half, actually -1 for plus money. And I had to push it. But Eintracht still has Marmoush. I think he's getting very close to signing with City, but he's still at Eintracht. We'll see if he's going to be playing in this game or not. But what do you like in this one?
Yeah, Freiburg. They won me my only soccer pick on Saturday. Freiburg first half. Kiel doesn't play soccer in the first half. They're playing anime or something on their phones or something. I don't know what they do in the first half. If they would actually not even have to worry about relegation if they actually played what they were paid to do in the first half. But anyways, this is a game I absolutely hate, to be completely honest with you. And my computer just died, so I forgot my pick on it. So I don't even know what I'm speaking of. Yeah, I have under 1.5 goals in the first half at -174. Frankfurt, they got a narrow 1-0 victory. Maybe they're up 1-0 at half. This is a game I will not be betting personally, and this free pick I will not. I advise no one to take it either. I actually really don't like this game at all. This is the trappiest game of the slate.
For myself, I mean,
Wait, hold
even
on. Because I don't know if Marmoush is going to be in the lineup. This is a game you need to see if Marmoush is actually in the lineup for. Then Frankfurt money line is probably the right play, but that dude makes such a big difference that this is a game I need to see lineups for.
Yeah, I personally couldn't decide whether to go with goals or sides, so I decided to go with corners instead. Over 9.5 at -118. I mean, I could see potentially this being a game with quite a bit of shots and a lot of saves from both goalkeepers. So with that, I'm hoping we get some corners as well. How about you, Jack?
Yeah, this guy, he loves taking words right out of my mouth. I'm literally on this Frankfurt money line as long as Marmoush is playing. That is literally my script for this game. I'm not surprised that you don't like your own pick, Kirk, because Frankfurt's home league games this season have averaged 2.14 goals in the first half. So it's not surprised that you don't like it. Now, of course, that's just stats. It can always finish 0-0. I'm not saying it's going to be that, but yeah, it's a really awkward game to really poke at for many factors, Marmoush and so on. So yeah, Frankfurt money line as long as Marmoush is there.
Wait, speaking about that, you want to know what my premium pick was on Sunday?
Yeah, hit me.
Saint Etienne +2.5 at plus money, unbelievably free. I mean,
Just
if
the
they didn't
The
result.
get
money line didn't hit, unfortunately. I was hoping
two,
for you.
it was 2-1. If Dembele didn't flop twice in the box, Saint Etienne would have won 1-0. They scored off 2 penalties. What unbelievable! And see
Well, that's good for you then.
I'm bringing this up because if we looked only at stats, the whole world would have taken PSG 7-0 probably. So
Yeah.
you gotta
I skipped
look
that
at
game completely.
you gotta look at weather conditions, player morale. Did they have an affair the night before, like Hakimi or something like that? I mean,
Who had
it's just
McDonald's before?
literally, did Donnarumma blow up the night before and won't be able to move in net? Something like that.
I mean,
So
just
yeah,
as a side note, I mean, Marmoush played on the weekend, right? He played in
yeah,
that
Yeah.
1-0.
he scored.
So, and 4 days ago, allegedly, there'd been a transfer agreed with City. So, and he still played.
Well, just a verbal agreement, though.
Really? Okay. Well, we'll have to see, I guess. I mean, it could even be done today, sign deal today or whatever. So, yeah, keep an eye on that one, folks.
because yesterday it said that the verbal agreement has been made like 4 days ago, and now the negotiations are going on quite quickly. So
Right.
I expect him to be in Manchester by the weekend, I think.
Probably.
Hmm.
Okay, and the last game of this video, guys, is Wolfsburg and Gladbach. Wolfsburg getting a narrow win against Hoffenheim in a game where I expected to see goals. We see 1-0 for Wolfsburg. And then Gladbach got a 1-0 loss against Bayern Munich. They could have scored a couple of goals, Gladbach, but they could have conceded at least six if Bayern. I don't know what's wrong with that team. Coman missed a ton of chances. Gnabry missed two chances. He got into like 75th minute. He missed two clean chances. Olise, he was, I don't know, out of whack a bit. Harry Kane scored a penalty kick, but I don't know. This game, I'm going to go with goals in this one. I'm not going to even talk about it too much. Both teams to score in over 2.5 at minus 118 for me, Kirk.
A win's a win. The best team in the world sneaks out another win. That's all they needed to do. And what did I give as my free play? Gladbach plus 1.5. It's the best of both worlds. Um, anyways, the Gladbach is not a team I back on the road. Wolfsburg's a team that's been playing pretty well. This one's pretty simple for me. This is like when you go back like a month ago and it's like Leipzig at minus 120 when they haven't won a game, but they were at home. And like the Freiburg a while ago when I tried to educate Gorn and Jack about the spots in the Bundesliga. This is the spot, and Jack looks like he learned. And at plus money, I mean, Jack, I'm a good teacher. You're a good student.
Thank you. I mean, I'll let you have your small W. It's okay. It's okay. I'm with you on this one. I think Wolfsburg on the money line is the play here. Gladbach on the road haven't been great, and Wolfsburg's only recent loss was to that Dortmund win that we said about earlier in the video. So, yeah, I just don't think you could pass at Wolfsburg money line. And I will say, actually, Goran, I'll let you do your pick, but I have something else to say.
He already
I
did his
already did
pick.
my pick.
Oh, you already did your pick. Sorry. We're all over the
Yeah.
place here. To reward all of you who have watched to the end of this video, because we always tend to get on these long form videos, especially when there isn't that many games on. Oh, what do you have for this game? What do you have for this game? I'll just give you an extra one now. Okay, you got the Coupe de France on this weekend. I usually hate French football, but I'll give you a freemium here, folks. You got Marseille against Lille on Tuesday evening. Well, it'll be Tuesday afternoon for you Americans. Take the over 2.5 in that game. Marseille taking on Lille over 2.5. There's your extra pick.
There you have it, guys. And
For
I just
my
wanted to
extra
say,
pick, I'll give you Pauk on the money line next time they play. I don't know when that is, but that's not even a freemium. That's just like an absolute lock.
over the weekend, probably. What I was going to say, one of the more random transfers that happened a few hours ago, Borussia Dortmund sold Donny Malen to Aston Villa for 23 million euros.
I didn't
Wow.
know that happened, but it makes sense. He was kind of falling out of that team lately with Bino Gittins playing really well. I mean, they signed that youngster Duranville. That youngster Duranville is going to be something.
And on the other note, Renato Veiga went from Chelsea to Borussia Dortmund.
That's
I
stupid.
think that's a good price for both parties with the Marlon deal. 25 million euros.
He's
I think
solid.
that's pretty fair. In 2025, that's a fair deal, I think, for both parties.
And I don't know what else happened here. Let's see, anything else recent today?
Pick Dawgz offered me a
Uh,
new contract for 26 million. I'm still in talks.
do you expect bonuses?
I don't know. We'll see once I get the
Anyways,
breakdown.
He's adding an
okay.
appearance fee per video onto that contract, probably, despite the 26 million.
Every time I get a Kirk is an ass in the comments, I need to see a therapist for it. So I need a therapist fee.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us here, guys. Once again, we extended this video to 25 minutes or something like that. I won't make it any further, any longer. So thank you for joining us, guys. Have a great day. Good luck with all of your bets, and we'll see you soon.